so loud? Come, hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold, there is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison. Such soon-speeding gears will disperse itself through all the veins, and that the life-weary taker may fall dead. Such mortal drugs I have, but man true as law is death to anything who utters them. Art thou so bare, and full of wretchedness and fears to die? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and oppression starveth in thine eyes. Contempt and beggary hang upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it, and take this. My poverty, but not my will, consents. I pay thy poverty, and not thy will. Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. If you have the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight. There is gold, worse poison to man's soul, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds thou mayst not sell. I sell thee poison, thou hast served me none. Farewell.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I'm nothing slow to slack his haze.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course. I like it not.
I moderately weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talk of love. Now, sir, her father, for Venus smiles, not a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she gives her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hates our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which too much minded by herself alone may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
Oh, Juliet!
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
Come you to make confession to this father? Oh, that may be, must be, love. Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will you, I'm sure that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price being spoken behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much these tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thy faith is mine, thou hast slandered it.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth. And what I spake it to my face.
My lord, we must entreat this time alone.
God's shield should I stir from devotion. Juliet, till Thursday early will I rouse thee. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kid.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorog it. On Thursday next, be married to this county.
Tell me not that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give me no help, do thou recall my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. Be not so long to speak. I long to die, if what thou speaks not of remedy.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope, and if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris off the battlements of yonder tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud, and I will do so without fear or doubt, to live the unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, be married, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. And being then in bed, take thou this phial, and this distilled liquor, drink thou off. Each part deprived of supple government shall stiff and stark and cold appear, like death. Thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake, as if from a pleasant sleep. Thou shalt be born to the same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. Shall Romeo, by my letters, know our drift, and this shall free thee from this present shame.
Give me, tell me not of fear.
Hold, get you gone, be strong and prosperous.
Love give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
Oh, Jesus.
believe me, love, it was a nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale, look, love, what envious streaks do lace the serving clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and Joyce and Day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it, and light the only way to end to it. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be taken, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou will have it so. I'll say yon gray is not the morning's eye, 'tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. Nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty haven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come death and welcome, Juliet wills it so. How is't my soul? Let's talk, it is not day.
It is the lark that seems so out of tune. Some say the lark makes you division. This doth not so, for she refines us. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes. Farewell, farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so, love, lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour.
I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, for these woes shall serve sweet discourses in our time to come.
Methinks I see thee now thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Ever my eyesight fails, but thou lookest pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu. Ho, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit. Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as at the villain lives which slaughtered him, the same villain Romeo.
The villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart, and yet no man like you doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, and weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, and then he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him dead. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear poison, I would temper it. That Romeo should upon receipt thereof, soon sleep and quiet, oh how my heart abhors, to hear him named, and cannot come to him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man, one who to put thee from thy heaviness hath brought forth the sudden day of joy. The sudden day of joy, and expects not nor look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn to the gallant young and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there joyful bride.
He shall not make me there a joyful bride.
Here comes your father, tell him so yourself.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew. For the sunset on my brother's son, it rains downright. How now will conjure the girl, what's still in tears, evermore showering in one little body, thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind, for still thy eyes, which I may call a sea, do ebb and flow with tears, the bark thy body is. Who raging thy tears and day with them, without a sudden calm will overset. Thy tempest-tossed body now, how now, wife, have you delivered to her hour degree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you things. I would the fool be married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she know? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom.
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that's not love.
Oh.
How now, top blush, but is this? Proud and I think you're not proud, and a proud Mrs. Lee, and you think thanks, proud to put belly if my joints against Thursday, to go to Paris, St. Peter's, to drive me on a hurdle, thither.
Oh.
Heartfuls, have your stars, no, not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace, put up thy sword, or manage to
part these men with me.
What, drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues and thee. Have at thee, coward!
What noise is this? Give him a long sword, ho!
A crunch, my kite for a sword!
My sword, I say. All my view has come, and Flourish is played in spite of me.
Hillbilly told me not, let me go.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins. On pain of torture, from those bloody hands, drop your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. Three civil brawls bred by an airy word, by the old Capulet and Montague, has thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. Streets.
Friends, Act 1, Scene 1 is long speech to everyone. Okay. Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor's standstill. Will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins. On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by the old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made for us ancient citizens, cast by the grave as seeming ornaments, to wield old parsons and hands as old. Cankered with peace, depart your cankered hate. If you ever disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon, to know our farther pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, for common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart away.
Lights, action, camera.
Greg, oh my word, we'll not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
And while being in collar, we'll draw.
Oh, well, he live, draw their neck out all the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montagues moves me.
But to move is to stir, to stand is to be valiant. Therefore, if thou move, thou runnest away.
A dog of the house of Montagues moves me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That shows thee weak slave, for the weakest go to the wall. Ha 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 ha.
I, and women being the weaker vessels, I have a thrust to the wall. I will take the men of Montagues from the wall and thrust his maids onto the wall.
This quarrel is between our masters and us, them men.
'Tis all one. 'Tis no. We didn't get extra.
Tis pretty piece of flesh.
No,
I have no idea what you guys are.
Wait,
Oh yeah. 'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant, and when I fought with the men, I will be cruel to the maids and cut off their heads.
the heads of the maids.
Aye, the heads of the maids, all the maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in the sense that they feel it.
And when I move to stand, they will feel me as long as I am able to stand. 'Tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well I've not a fish, for if thou hadst been poured on. Draw thy tool, here come tool of the house of the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Coral, I will back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run? Woo!
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law to our sides. Let him begin.
I will frown as they pass by, and let they take it in the sense that they list.
Nay, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace, if they bear it.
Hey, do you bite your thumb at us?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
So law on our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, then I am for you. I serve this good man as you.
Say better.
Well, sir.
Oh, say better. Here come one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, if you be men. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
I will do
I don't remember that. No, that's the end.
Scene?
Yeah.
I'm Aria Hollinger. I'm playing Romeo.
I'm Emily Holland. I'm playing Benvolio.
I'm Megan Willis and I'm playing the servant.
This is Act 1, Scene 2.
Find them not whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his lass. Can I say this? Find them not whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, the tailor with his lass, the fisher with his pencils, and the painter with his nets. But I have said to find those persons whose names are here written, and can never find what names the right person hath here written. I must still learn, in good time.
Tut man, when fire burns out another's burning, when pain's lessened by another's anguish, turn giddy and behold by backward turning. When desperate grief cures with another's languish, take thou some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
For what I pray
For
thee?
your broken shin.
My Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without food, whipped and tormented and good fellow.
God, you got him. I pray, sir. Can you read?
I, my own fortune and my misery.
Perhaps you've learned it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you see?
I, if I know the letters of the language.
You say honestly, as you read.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Eslem and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Otravio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, my uncle Capulet and his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, Livia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly, whither should they come?
Ah,
Whither?
to supper, to our house,
To whose house?
my master's.
Indeed, I should have asked that before.
Now, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not on the house of Montagues, I pray, come and fetch a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At the same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with untainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintained such falsehoods, then turn tears to fires, and these who often drown can never die. Transparent heretics be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun never saw a man since the first world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, and none else being by, herself poisoned with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid, that I will show you shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well that now shows best.
I'll go along, no sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own. See?
This is Act 1, Scene 4, Mercutio's Queen Mab speech. Oh, then, I see Queen Mab hath been here. She's the fairest midwife, and she comes, in shape no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman. Her wagging spokes made of long spiders' legs, the covers of the wings of grasshoppers, the tracers of the smallest spider's webs, the collars of moonshine's watery beams. Her width of cricket's bone, lash is film. Her wagoner is a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm. Cricket from the lazy finger of a maid.
Chariot.
What?
Her chariot.
Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel or an old grub. I'm out, oh mine, the chariot, the what makers?
Fairies. Okay.
The fairy makers?
Fairies.
The fairies coachmaker.
And in this state.
And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' mind, or through lovers' brain, the lovers think,
And they dream of love.
and they dream of love. Or courtiers dream straight of courtesies, or lawyers' fingers dream straight on fees, or lovers' or ladies' lips straight dream on kisses. Scene.
All right, there you go.
This is Act 2, Scene 2.
What man art thou that thus restrained in night so somewhat on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thy who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I'd tear thy word.
My ears have not yet drunken 100 words of the tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, in either their dislike.
How camest thou hither tell me, and therefore the orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place doth concerning who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee there here.
With love's light wings that I repair to these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love dares to attempt, for thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, their lives more pearl in my eye than 20 of their swords. Let thou but sweep, and I am no let to them.
I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have knight's cloak.
I have knight's cloak to hide me from their sight. And if they find me here, let them, and if they find me here, my life were better ended by their hate, than death pronged by wanting of thy love.
By those whose direction foundest thou out this place? I love.
By love that,
I love thee.
by love who,
First. I love thee first.
by love who first did prompt me, he let me counsel and I led him eyes.
I am no pilot.
I am no pilot, yet thou love me. That's it. See.
See, there you go.
Act 2, Scene 5. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Oh, good nurse. Oh, Lord, why lookest thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good thou shamest the music of sweet news by telling it to me with so sour a face.
I am aweary, give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache, what a jaunt have I had.
I would thou hast my bones and had thy news. Nay, come, speak, good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath, when thou hast breath to say that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either and I will state circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all man's, and for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they be not to be talked on, are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him a simple lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, Lord. Lord, how my head aches. Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It needs that it would fall into 20 pieces. My back, the other side. Reassure your heart for sending me about, to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
My faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant, a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou replies. Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where's your mother?
Oh, God's ladies, dear. Are you so hot? Mary, come up, I throw. Is this apologies for my aching bones? Henceforth, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says my Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to church today?
I have.
Oh, Lord. Then I hence to fire learn to sell. There waits a husband to make you a wife.
High to high fortune. Oh, honest nurse, farewell. See.
Camera.
Oh, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my lord.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery. Mary go before the field. Till we follow your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, the hate I barely can afford no better than these. Thou art a filthy.
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth much excuse thee appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I am none, therefore farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
What, excuse, these excuses? The injuries? The injuries that cause, therefore turning dry.
I do protest, I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, until thou shalt know the reason of my love, and so be calculate, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
O calm, vile, dishonorable submission, Alice of cock and carries the wet. Till your rat catcher, will you walk?
What is that?
Good king of cats, only one of your 9 lives. That I shall make bold withal, and you shall use me hereafter. Pluck your sword out of its pitcher by its ears. Make haste, lest mine be about your ears, ere it be out.
I am for you.
Gentleman Crucio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your posada.
Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince hath expressly forbidden bandying in Verona streets. Hold, Tybalt, give Mercutio.
Where is thou hurt?
I'm hurt. I am hurt. A plague both your houses. I am sped. Has he gone and have nothing?
Why?
What art thou?
What art thou hurting?
I, a scratch. Tis enough. Twill receive. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall not.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, tis not as deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door. But tis enough. Twill receive. Ask for tomorrow, and you shall find me a great man. I warrant for this world. I am peppered. I plague both your houses. Zounds, a dog, a rat, a mouse. To scratch a cat, to scratch a man to death. A braggart, a villain, a rogue, to fight by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came in between us? I was hurt under your arm.
All for the best.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, where I shall faint. A plague of both your houses, and soundly too, your houses.
This man, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got his mortal hurt today in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been to my kinsman. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo, brave Mercutio said, the gallant spirit hath inspired the clouds, which now untie to hear your scorn.
Today's black fate on more days that depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain? Away to heaven, respected lenity, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take back the villain that thou gavest me, for Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either I or thou, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched void and story. Shall with hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, Tybalt's slain.
Go away.
Go away. The citizens are up, and
Tybalt's slain.
Tybalt's slain. Line.
Stand not.
Stand not. It's
Amazed.
amazed that the prince will do me death.
Oh, I am Fortune's fool.
What dost thou say?
See, Benvolio and Tybalt. So when I'm wearing this hat, I'm Benvolio, and when I'm not, I'm Tybalt. Just so there's no confusion. And
I'm Mercutio.
and it's Romeo. Alright. Can we just start? I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire, for now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, clasps me his sword upon the table, and says to thee, God, send me no need of thee.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, come. Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and thou soon moved to be moody as soon moody to be moved.
And what too?
Nay, and there are two such, but shortly there shall be none, for one will kill the other, and thou wilt keep me from quarreling?
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art any man, should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple of simple.
By my head, here comes the Capulets.
By my heel I fear not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good den, a word with one of you.
Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo. And then, here, yes, Miss Anthony.
Why?
We talk here.
We talk here, oh, it's me. We talk here in the public not to men. Either withdraw unto some private place or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes are made to look, so let them gaze.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
Thou be hanged, sir, if he were your livery.
Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason I love you don't have much excuse. The appertaining rage, therefore farewell, so thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest, I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love.
O calm Sambo, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Nothing but one, good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Come, sir, your passado.
No, I said, gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passado.
Draw Benvolio, beat down their weapons.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, for shame to bear this outrage. Hold Tybalt, good Mercutio.
I am hurt.
What? Art thou hurt?
I scratch. Where is my page? Go, villain, fetch me a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
'Tis not as deep as the well, nor as wide as the church door, but 'twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man.
I thought all for the best.
Help me.
Oh, help me into some house, Benvolio. They have made worms meat out of me.
Ah, I'll sleep you.
My very friend hath.
Oh, my very friend hath been injured in my behalf. My reputation stained hath been my kinsman. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me feminine.
Romeo, Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead.
The days black fade on, more days doth hang. This but begins the woe others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain. Now Tybalt, take the villain back again. In
That late thou
gavest me for Mercutio's soul, is a little over our heads.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, shout with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, away, be gone.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay? Scene.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Act 3, Scene 5. Yeah.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. Oh, crap. What is that line?
I am content.
I am content, so that will have it so. I'll say yon grave is not the morning's eye, 'tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. I have more care, nor that is not the lark, whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. Let's talk. It is not day.
It is, high hence be gone. 'Tis the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh to chords and then teasing sharp. Some say the lark makes new division. This doth not true, for it divided facts.
We're light and light, we're dark and dark our woes. Oh, I hear the nurse. Your lady mother is coming. The day is broke.
Then window, let day in and life out.
Farewell, farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour. For in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere again I behold my Romeo.
Farewell, I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee, now thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of the tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is that calls? Is it my lady mother?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? Or wilt thou watch him from his grave with tears?
Yet let me weep for such a feeling lost.
So shall you feel the loss, but not for which the friend weep for.
Feeling so the loss cannot choose, but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weeps not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
Villain, and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do, with all my heart. Yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because a traitor murderer lives.
Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon the body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast one careful father, child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness has sorted out a sudden day of joy. That thou expectest. That thou expectest not nor I looked not for.
And joy comes in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The young, gallant, and noble gentleman, the Count of Paris, at St. Peter's Church, will make thee there a joyful bride.
He shall not there make me a joyful bride. I pray you tell my lord and father that when I marry, that I will not marry yet. And when I do, it shall be to Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he takes it out of your hands.
How now, it can do it, girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? In one's little body once as counterfeit a bark, a sea, a wind. And yet still in that eyes, to which I may call the sea, do deb and flow with tears. How now, wife, hast thou delivered to her a decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you things. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed unworthy as she has to have us wrought such a worthy gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud I can never be of what I hate, but thankful for that hate, that is next love.
Fettle your fine joints against Thursday's next to go with Paris to the St. Peter's Church, or I will hang thee on a hurdle thither. Out you green sickness carry on, out you baggage, you tallow face.
Fie, what are you mad? Then father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
I hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I'll tell thee what, get thee to church, oh Thursday, or never look at me in the face again. Speak not, reply not, and do not answer me. Wifey Scarsthought, God has lent us but this only child, but now I see this one is one too much. We have a curse in having her. I want her hilding. God in heaven bless her, you are to blame, my lord, to rape her so. And why's that, my lady wisdom? Hold thy tongue, good prudence, matter with your gossips go. I speak no treason. Oh, God ye Godin. May not one speak? Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravities or gossip's bowl, for here we need it not. To have her matched and having provided a gentleman of worthy parentage, proportions as one thought would wish for a man, and then to have a wretched pooling fool, to answer, I cannot wed, I cannot love. I am too young, I pray thee pardon me. But as for you not wed, I pardon you. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise, and you will be mine. And I will give thee to my friend, and you will not hang, beg, starve, and die in the streets. Think tooth, bethink you, and I will not be forsworn.
Scene. Okay. My name is Ariana Gittins, and I'm playing Lady Capulet in Capulet. My name is Katie. I'm playing the nurse.
My name is Anna Hoster, and I'm playing Brian Lawrence in Paris.
And this is Act 4, Scene 5.
Mistress, what mistress? Juliet, fast I warrant her, she, why lamb, why lady, fie, you slug bed, why love, I say, madame, sweetheart, why bride? What, not a word, you take your pennyworth now? Sleep for a week, for the next night I won't, the county Paris has set up his rest, that you shall rest but little. God forgive me, marry and amen, I will... Oh, how sound is she asleep? I must needs wake her. Madame, 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 aye, let the county take you in your bed, he'll fright you up by faith, will it not be? What, dressed in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady, lady, lady! Alas, alas, help, help, my lady's dead! Oh, where day that ever I was born, some aqua vitae, ho! My lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look, look, oh, heavy day!
Oh, me, my child, my only life. Revive, look up, or I will die with thee. Help, help, call help!
She's dead, deceased, she's dead, alack the day!
Alack the day, she's dead, she's dead, she's dead. Ha, let me see her, out at last, she's cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost, upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Oh, lamentable day!
Oh, woeful time!
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day, most miserable hour that e'er time saw, and lasting labor of his pilgrimage, but one poor and loving child, but one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath catchen from my side.
Oh, woe, oh, woeful, woeful, woeful day! Most lamentable day, most woeful day, that ever I did yet behold. Oh day, oh day, oh day, oh hateful day! Never was seen so black a day as this. Oh woeful day, oh woeful day!
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spied, slain, most detestable death by thee beguiled. By cruel cruelty quite overthrown. O love, O life, not life, but love and death.
Despised, distressed, hatred, martyred, killed. Uncomfortable time, what camest thou now? To murder our extremity. O child, my soul and not my child. Dead art thou, alack, my child is dead. And with my child, my joys are buried.
Peace, ho, for shame's confusion here lives, but not in this confusion. Heaven in yourself had part in this fair maid, now heaven hath all, and all is the better for the maid. Your part in her you cannot keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. The most you sought was her promotion, for it was your heaven she should be advanced, and weep ye now, seeing that she is advanced above the clouds as high as heaven itself. Oh, in this love you love your child so ill that you run mad, seeing she is well. She's not well married that lives married long, but she's best married that dies married young. So dry up your tears and stick your rosemary on this fair course, and as the custom is, in all her best array, bear her to church. For through fond nature bids us a lament, yet nature's tears are recent.
See.
Right.
Alright, I am doing the scene towards the end of the play where Romeo and Paris fight and Paris dies. The board gives warning. Something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight? To cross my obsequies and true love's right. What with the torch? Welcome me night, or what? It is that cursed, banished haughty Montague, who killed my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. Here to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies, I must apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? I apprehend thee for a felon here.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Stay not, be gone. Live and hereafter say, a madman's mercy bade thee run away.
I defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh, I am slain. If thou be merciful, lay me with Juliet. Scene.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the
Well, you should write that.
What do you plan to do with it?
Will, oh my God, Will, you look really cute. That one actually works.
Alright, throw it to me.
Who do you think you are? You can't pull it off.
Well, do you want me to just go?
Really bad.
We're ready. When? Jameson, come on. Just
Hey, so right after you say,
Okay.
why do I get it done? Why do I have to wait? This is different version of Act 1, Scene 1, and I am Samson.
I will be Gregory and a
Greg, oh my word, you will not carry holes.
No, for then we should be colliers.
And by being in collar would draw.
Ah, while thee live, draw thy neck out o' the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montagues moves me.
But to move is to stir, and to stand is to be valiant. Therefore, if thou move, thou runst away.
A dog of the house of Montagues moves me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That's usually a weak slave, for the weakest go to the wall. Ha!
Aye, and women being the weaker vessels, I have a thrust to the wall. I will take the men down from the wall, Montagues, and thrust his maids to the wall.
This quarrels between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant, and when I have fought with the men, I will be cruel to the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids, all their maiden heads, taken them ever since thou wilt.
They must take it in the sense that they feel it.
They will feel me as long as I am able to stand. 'Tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not a fish, for if thou hadst been at poor John. Oh, I'm guessing 2 men are coming to attack us from the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Coral, I will back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law to our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as they pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace if they bear it.
You bite your thumb at us, sir.
I do bite my thumb, sir.
You bite your thumb at us, sir.
Is the law on our side if I say aye?
No?
Then no, sir. I do bite my thumb. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir? Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, then I am for you. I serve the good as men as you.
Say better.
Well, sir.
Say better. I'm guessing again. Here come one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Drop thy tool. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
Apple bomb! Jump! Jump!
If you ever disturb our streets again, your life shall pay the forfeit of the peace.
and depart.
For this time. For this time, all the rest depart away.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you here today. Right, so that again. I was
So early walking, did I see your son? He was aware of me. He stole him to the cover to the woods. I, measuring his affections by my own, pursuing my humor, not his own, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning, happy there to see, with tears arguing with fresh morning dew, adding the clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the altering sun should in the furthest east begin to draw the shady currents from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home our heavy sun, and private in his chamber pens himself, shuts his windows, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and pretentious must his humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
Little uncle, do you know cause?
I neither know it nor can learn from him. Both by myself and many other friends, but his own affections counselor, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself, so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery.
See where he comes, you step aside. I'll know his grievances or be much annoyed. Tomorrow comes.
It's the day. So young.
You start yelling.
I me, set out see long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was.
Would that have lengthened Romeo's hours? Not having that which having, makes them short.
Of love?
Out of her favor, where I am, in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, and yet so tyrannous and rough and proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should with our eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? What flame is here? But tell me not, for I have heard it all. Dost thou not laugh?
No, I remember me.
Dear heart, at what?
As I go our profession.
Why?
Such is love's transgression.
Mine? Grace of mine. What? Grace of mine own, do lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed. With more of thine, this love that thou hast shown. What? Don't add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell, my cuz.
Soft. I will go along, and if you leave me, so you do me wrong.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone of the full finger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little avenues, with dwarf men's noses as they lie asleep. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Over courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight, over lawyers' fingers that straight dream on fees, over ladies' lips that straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plague, because their breaths were sweet meats tainted on. Sometimes comes she with a tithe pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep, and then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes rides she over a soldier's neck, and dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of ambuscados, breaches, Spanish blades, of helps 5 fathom deep, and then, anon, drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is the very mab that plats the mane of horses in the night, and bakes yell flocks and foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, in which maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Oh then, I see, Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and comes in shape no larger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman drawn with a team of little Tommies. Athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. And her Wagner, a small gray-coated gnat not so big as a little round worm, pricked by the lazy finger of a maid. And in the state, she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. A courtier's knees, who dream on curtsy straight, or lawyer's fingers, who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips, who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. And thus frightened, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is the mab, who plates the manes of horses in the night, who bakes the elf flocks in foul sluttish hairs. This is the hag, that when maids lie on their backs, presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she. This is she.
Tomorrow, father, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me, young so it argues a distempered head. So soon to be good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. Or if it not be so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true, but the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Hast thou been with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? My ghostly father, no. I forgot that name and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee, ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, when on a sudden one hath wounded me. That's by me wounded, both are remedies. Within thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man for lo. My intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and hold in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine, by holy marriage, when and where and how, we went, we met, we wooed, and made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. If e'er thou was thyself, and these was thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline.
Thou chides me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving.
And bad to very love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now, doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Come, young weaver, come, go with me. In one respect, I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove, to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Well, let us hence, I stand in sun peace.
Wise men slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be?
Not to his father's, I spoke with his man.
Ah, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life?
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, but he will answer the letter's master. How he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead.
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than a prince of cats, I can tell you. Oh, he's a courageous captain of compliments.
Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Good Lord, Tybalt, what counterfeit did I give you?
The ship, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say, such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hands.
Meaning to curtsy.
Nay, I'm the very pink of courtesy.
O single-souled jest, solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Switch in spurs. Switch in spurs, or I'll cry a match.
I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Thy wit is a very bitter sweetening. It is a most sharp sauce.
And is not well served into a sweet goose.
Oh, here's a wit of several that stretches from an inch narrow to a yell broad.
I stretch it out for that word broad, which added to the goose proves thee far and wide a broad goose.
Stop there, stop there. Thou desires me to stop in my tail against the hair?
Thou wouldst have made the tail large.
Oh, thou art deceived. I would have made it short.
Here's goodly gear.
Two, shirtness not. Peter!
Anon.
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter, to hide her face, for her fans the fairer face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good den, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good den?
'Tis no less, I tell you. For the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
I'm upon you. What a man are you?
One gentleman that God hath made for himself tomorrow.
Can any of you gentlemen tell me where I may find this young Romeo?
I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
You say well.
Yeah, is the worst well? Very well took, I think wisely.
If you be here, sir, I desire some confidence with you. She will invite you to some supper.
A bod, Soho.
What hast thou found? I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady, farewell.
Marry, farewell, I pray you, sir. What saucy merchant was this that was so full of his roguery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And you speak anything against me, I'll take him down.
I saw no man use you a pleasure. If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out. Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart, I have faith. I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Come, thou art as hot a Jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moodiest, and moody to be moved.
And what two?
Nay, and there were two such, and we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. And yet thou wilt tutor me from form.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, good day, a word with one of you.
But one word with one of us. Couple it with something, make it a word and a book.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not give some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort? What does thou make us minstrels? Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. It sounds consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men, either withdraw to some private place or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes remain, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this will not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest, I never injured thee. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender, as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
I'm for you.
Good king it.
I have heard of high the wolf your houses. I am sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
Aye, a scratch. Marry, 'tis enough.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a great man. Help me into some house, Benvolio, I shall faint.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got his mortal hurt in my behalf, my reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper hath softened valor's steel.
Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead.
This day's black fate, more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the fairest Tybalt back again.
Tybalt! Take the villain back again, the late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him.
Thou, wretched boy that didst consort him here, shalt with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Scene.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship, lives in carrying on flies than Romeo. They, my seize on the white wonder, dear Juliet's hand, and steal immortal blessing from her lips, who, even in pure and vestal modesty, still blush, as thinking their own kiss is sin. But Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. And say'st thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death thought ne'er so mean, but banish it, to kill me, banish it. O friar, the damned use that word in hell, howling attends it. How hadst thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend profess, to mangle me with that word, banish it.
Madam? Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Daughter, are you up? Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother?
Well, how now, Juliet?
Madame, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears?
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the murderer which kills him still lives.
Which villain, madame?
That same villain, Romeo.
God pardon him. I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor, murderer still lives.
I, madame. Mine. From the reach of these my hands might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied, till I behold mine. With Romeo, till I behold him, dead is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectest not, nor I looked not for.
A happy time, madame. What are they?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, to the gallant, young, the noble gentleman, the Count of Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. Mine. I pray you, tell my lord and father I will not marry yet, and when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris.
Well, here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, fine little girl? What still in tears? Ever more showery? Why, have you delivered her a decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool that were married to her grave.
How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed?
Not blessed you have, but thankful for love that is meant hate.
What is this? Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prows. Out, you green sickness carrion. Out, you baggage, you tallow face.
What, are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. God is blessed that God hath left his blessed only child, but now I see this one is but one too much.
God in heaven bless her. You are to reign, to blame her so.
Hold your tongue.
I speak no treason. May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool. My care hath been to have her imagined, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, youthful and nobly trained, and to have a wretched pulling fool to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young. That as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine. I'll give you to my friend, and you be not hanged, beg, starved, dying in the streets. For by my soul, I'll ne'er acknowledge you. I'll not be forsworn.
Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Speak not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I am done with thee.
O God, O nurse, how shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing. That he dare ne'er come back to challenge you, or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he is a lovely gentleman. Romeo is a dishclout compared to him, an evil manner, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye, as beshrew my very heart. What?
I think.
Oh, I think you have to in the second. I think you at best you marry with the county. Oh. Say it again.
I think you are happy in the second.
I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good he were, as you living, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my mother I am gone to Lawrenceville to make a confession and be absolved.
Marry I will, and this is why we met.
Ancient damnation, a most wicked fiend, all to the friar to know his remedy, and if all else fell, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short. My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste. You say you do not know the lady's mind, and even is the course. I like it not. Immoderately she reached for Tybalt's death. Now, do you know the reason of this haste? Look, sir, here comes the lady for myself. Happily met, my lady and my wife.
Let me be, sir, and let me be a wife.
That may be, must be love, on Thursday next.
Must be, shall be.
That's the certain text. Come you to make confessions to this father?
Tempted that I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I'll confess to you that I love him.
So I am sure that you love me.
If I do so, it will be more pride to be spoken behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul. Don't face the unless she fused with tears.
Tears against one victory for that. It was bad enough before their spite.
There wrongs it more than tears with that report.
That is the status of the truth. What I speak is to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou standard it.
Maybe so, but it is not mine own. Are you at leisure now, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to your evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter now. My lord, you must entreat this time alone. God should I should have stripped devotion. Juliet, Thursday, early will I rouse thee. Well then, adieu. Keep this holy kiss.
Shut the door. When thou hast done so, come weep with me, past hope, past care, past help.
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. Strangely past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, but nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday, you be married to this county.
Oh, bid me leave rather than marry Paris, now the battlements beyond your tower, or walk in thievish ways. Bid me lurk where serpents are, chain me with roaring bears. Or shut me nightly in a charnel house, or covered quite with dead men's rattling bones, with reeky shanks and yellow chapel skulls. Things to hear them told made me tremble. And I'll do it without fear or doubt, like an unseen wife to sweet love.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins. I shall call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No. No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead,
lest in this marriage he should be dishonored. I fear it is, and yet methinks it should not, for he has still been tried a holy man. How if I wake before the time Romeo comes to redeem me? Shall I not be stifled in the vault, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, and in this rage with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo, who did spit his body. Romeo, I come, this do I drink to thee.
Sweet flower with flowers like bridal bed I strew, oh woe, thy canopy is dust and stones. Which with sweet water nightly I will do, or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy bed and strew thy grave and weep. The boy give warning, something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight? What with a torch, night while,
Muffle me well.
Muffle me a while, night.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that haughty banished vile Montague, that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed that the fair creature died, and has come here to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend thee, vile, untoiled, or unhaughty. Montague.
I was indeed, and therefore came I hither. Stay not, be gone, live, and hereafter say, a madman's mercy bade thee run away.
I do defy thee conjurations and apprehend thee for a villain, for a felon.
Wilt thou provoke me? Have at thee, boy.
Oh, I am slain. If thou be merciful, lie me with Juliet.
In faith, I will. Let me pursue this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris. From this world-wearied flesh, eyes look your last, arms take your last embrace, and lips owe you the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss.
Oh, a dateless bargain.
A dateless bargain to engrossing death.
Come bitter.
Come bitter conduct, come unsavory guide. Thy desperate pilot, come now at once run on. And
the dashing rocks.
Dashing rocks. The dashing rocks, thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick.
St. Francis, be my speed! How often I have my all feet stumble at graves. Who is there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Oh, my good sir, bliss be upon you. Tell me, my good sir, what torch is yon who bears his light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the capel's monument.
It doth so, holy sir, and there is my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long have you been there?
Full half an hour.
Come with me to the vault, I'm scared.
I must not, sir. My master knows not, but I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death if I did stay to look on his intents.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Oh, much fear. I fear some ill unlucky thing. Romeo, Romeo! Alack, alack, what blood is this which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? Oh, what fate is this? Romeo, oh pale! What fate these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored in this place of peace? What else Paris too? Ah, the lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I know. I know well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
In thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Stay no longer, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet.
Go get thee hence, for I will not away.
I stay no longer.
What? Oh yeah, let's hear a cup close. Stop laughing, you're dead. Let's hear a cup close in my true love's hand. Poison I see hath been his timeless end. Oh churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after.
Lead boy, which way?
Noise, then I'll be brief. Oh happy dagger, this is thy sheath.
Scene.
There rest and let me die.